Well, it looks like Triple H is gonna have to start tryharding, because it seems like phase 1 of the switch up is finally in effect. I've seen solid calculated proof on Twitter of this last week. Or at the time of this video, probably like 2 weeks ago or whatever, but you know what I saw? WWE profile pictures giving AEW credit for their product. What? That's what I saw. And you know what I learned? I learned that there's people out there, they're not even fans of wrestling. Low-key, they're not even fans of wrestlers. And they're not even fans of storytelling or any of the drama. Because really, when you break it down based off everything they say in any kind of argument ever, essentially they're just a fan of numbers. Watch this. Let's pretend that you only watch WWE, which is perfectly fine. Not even tribalism. Let's pretend that all of WWE's roster went to AEW and all of AEW's roster went to WWE. Which show are you watching? Now, most people, I can already tell you, they're just gonna keep watching WWE in that situation. How many times have we seen it? Somebody leaves WWE, they go somewhere else. They're seen as a traitor. Nobody really follows them to support or whatever. Very few. But those are the people that are wrestling fans. What exists more than anything else, in this case, is the WWE fan. The fans that are the fans of the letters. Couldn't be me. I've always been a fan of wrestling. So when I see WWE out here starting to schedule shit to clash with AEW to try and take it down or whatever, it's like, fuck you, son. Out here trying to monopolize. I've seen this movie. First of all, without the pressure, the WWE product would have been trash. Now, I've seen the back and forth on Twitter like almost every day. Both tribalist communities are obnoxious as hell. But the one thing I can respect from the AEW crowd is at least they didn't just cling to the winning team. So that tells me that they actually enjoy it more. Because on the contrary, you got the people who are terrified to support anything that isn't already on the top. They wait till it's bandwagon before they jump on and act like they like the thing, and they use numbers as the absolute measuring stick to if something is good or not, rather than just giving their own actual opinion. Motherfuckers talking about like, oh, no pop, this person's trash. And it's like, what? You think they're trash because the audience didn't make that much noise on the entrance? It's like you're sitting there looking around you, seeing what everybody else thinks before you make your own opinion. It's those kind of people. Anytime I see the WWE side arguments, all they have to say about the other side is, you don't have a big audience. Look at all those empty seats. Oh, you don't make this much money. It's like, do you even like the product more? You're just talking about like attendance. They'll be like, oh, if AEW is so good, why isn't it winning in the ratings? Why doesn't it have more viewership? WWE can raise the ticket prices 3 times over, and this type of fan will celebrate it. Like, oh, look how much money WWE makes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you actually a fan of? Stats? But let's actually break it down when it comes to entrance pop math, if you will. Like, say for instance, it's hard to gauge how many fans, if you're going off the live audience, it's hard to gauge how much somebody likes somebody or how much the crowd likes a person until they start speaking in the ring or are wrestling in the ring. You can't go off their entrance because we've seen both situations. People who will sing a song that they like, which makes it look like they're actually cheering for the wrestler, but then when shit gets in the ring, it's a different story. I think people are reacting more to the song than the person when it comes to entrances. And when they like both, that's when they'll get the really loud reactions. If your song has some kind of gimmick in it, you're gonna get the automatic crowd participation, and then afterwards, that's when the real test begins. Why do you think when the Street Profits come out with their new music that people have been trashing, it sounds like they're getting no reaction? Actually, yeah, Street Profits is a better example of this. People like the Street Profits, we know this, but when with their new music, it sounds like they're getting no reaction. It's like pretty lackluster in there. Why do you think Montez, if you've noticed, is out there trying to make an effort to get this little arm pump motion over that he's doing because he had to drop the Jey Uso thing because they were doing that too at one point. The Jey Uso arms, we'll call it now. So now they're doing the choo-choo train pump or the honker horn trucker pump, whatever you want to call it. They're doing that. And then they look in the audience and some people are copying. They're trying to get that over so that something translates onto the television that this is working. Because nowadays, if you don't do that, you're at so much threat of just being budget cut. So there is that. But let me ask you another question. How attached to Vince McMahon do you think people are? So we've discovered what would happen if AEW and WWE traded rosters, but what do you think would happen? Because there's rumors of this too. What if Vince McMahon returned and made his own company? Where do you think he would place? Is it popular? Does it pass TNA? Does it pass AEW? It could be that people will just see that as another WWE anyway and just watch it based off of that. Especially if they're not happy with the direction that Triple H is taking WWE. Because who the hell watches Evolve? Do you know how hard you have to be spooning with WWE to skip over other wrestling companies but be watching Evolve? Like, what? That's like pre-NXT. That's like junior kindergarten or something. Preschool energy. In a perfect world, I would want 3 brands. I'd want WWE on one day, AEW on another day. TNA's falling off, so I'm not gonna, and it's basically WWE at this point anyway. Oh my god, I can't believe people fight this. The WWE TNA relationship, all the TNA talent have to degrade themselves to look inferior to NXT talent even. Joe Hendry, there was a clip, he was trying to spin it into a positive, how like him losing to Randy Orton in like 2 minutes or whatever it was a good thing. And how, oh, it's all about the bigger picture, it's a bigger story. dog, there's no plan. As long as you're in TNA, there's no plan. You're gonna have to fully jump ship before there's any plan for you properly. Fast forward to Trick Williams as your new TNA champion during the time of this video editing process. Because WWE fans like to look at somebody, claim that they're the future, and then shit never happens. Like, they look at them, they're like, oh, this guy's got a look that I like. He's definitely the future. And then, for whatever reason, WWE just never does it. For example, in current times, Austin Theory. Because earlier in his career, people were comparing him to John Cena. Now, granted, Austin Theory is a good pick to be pushed and be up there. I don't know why they haven't done it. But apparently, we're wrong about Austin Theory, guys. But if you really want to talk about letting things play out, we can go further back to when people were saying, Madcap Moss is the future. Where? Where's Madcap? We need to stop with this person's the future, because I hate the idea that everything has to ride off or has to be just carried by one person. I promise you can make a good product without everything feeling so main character this, main character that. This is why WWE has had a history, even before Triple H, of being bad at booking baby faces, because they force it way too hard. Rhea Ripley even when she's not the champion, they got her up there in segments with Io Sky, who's the champion, and they're basically making Rhea like son her on screen, or daughter her, I guess in this case. So we know it's just a matter of time before the belt goes back on Rhea. And I like Rhea, but the way how they book Rhea is it made me fall off her a little bit. Oh, also another, this shit just reminded me. I hate when this happens. WWE does this all the time. Whenever a heel starts becoming popular, WWE cannot wait to turn them babyface and push them as that. They did this with Rhea. They did this with Tiffany Stratton, in my opinion. They gave her the belt way too fast, in my opinion. Now it feels like there's nowhere for her to go, really, because it's not like this run has been amazing, storytelling-wise and shit. They started doing it with Braun Breaker, because we already know where this Braun Breaker story is going. They're going to try and re-emulate an Evolution type thing, because that's what they like to do. Because they can't build them up on their own. You always have to put them in a group, sabotage the group, and have one person survive from their group and be pushed to the moon while the other two, or however many, just get left in the dust. So you got Braun Breaker. They're doing it currently with Jacob Fatu, already halfway turning babyface in the midst of Solo Sikoa and Mexican Rhino. What are we doing? Anyways, fuck tribalism. In the words of Triple H even, be a fan. Whether it's WWE or AEW, but it's like, I don't know, motherfuckers out here fighting from positions they're not even a part of, like they're company people and some shit. It's like, what the hell? Just enjoy the product you like. Anyways, Tyzik Thunder, I'm out of here.